Good morning, all. Today, um, the topic is grievance and how to handle the grievances. So, grievance is nothing but the issues related, the problems related to the employee or the labor. So, grievance handling and grievance management is very, very important for every organization. Suppose, is there any, suppose more than one person or so suppose in your organization there is a 100 number of employees or some 100 number of labor are there, then automatically the problems are raised. Suppose if you are taking a family, suppose only 4 or 5 members are there, then in between the 4 5 members there is a problems in the family itself. So compared to the family, organization is a bigger one. So many different types of people are there. They are not suppose they are not relatives or some other. So because we are not having, suppose we are not knowing about, suppose we are not know about that person's previous. So we are working with new persons in new environment. So automatically some problems are raised in between the persons at workplace or in the organization. So that is not a good one. Suppose every organization must maintain the organizational peace. That means there is a peace in the organization. Why you have to maintain maintain this peace? Okay. Suppose regularly there is a problems in the organization. Ultimately, it disturbs the environment of the organization, and also it shows impact on the workers' performance. Suppose the problems related to the employee or the worker is not resolved by the management, automatically it leads to a dissatisfaction in the employee. That's why you have to resolve the problems of the employees. That is nothing but grievance redressal. So grievance related to problems of interpretation or perceived non-fulfillment of one's expectations from the organization. So suppose every labor and employee in their perception, they are expecting something from the organization. Suppose they are not meeting, suppose the expectations are not meeting, then automatically it creates some problems in the organization, and also there is an issue. So a grievance is a complaint of one or more workers with respect to the organization. Suppose individual, suppose for single person, they are also have the complaints. Suppose they are also giving the complaints, and suppose more workers. So one or more workers are there is also a complaints. So it can be related to wages, conditions of work, leave, transfer, overtime, promotion, seniority, job assignment, and termination of service. Okay. So it can be related to wages. Okay. So it can be related to wages. Suppose the problems related to the wages and also conditions of work. Suppose the working conditions in the organization and also leaves. Suppose there is a problems related to the leaves. So how to use the leaves, and suppose you are using uh, leaves in a, suppose if you have some 12 leaves or 15 leaves, but are using only 10 leaves, but they're cutting your salary. Okay. So because you are working and also you are utilizing up to limit, but the salary is deducted. Okay. So then it is also problem. And also transfer. Suppose if you want to there is a problem, unnecessarily they are transferring from one place to another place. Suppose some partialities or some issues. Then overtime. Suppose the management supposed to force to work overtime. Then also promotion. Suppose So some person A and B are there. Suppose A and B are both are having the same seniority, but the management likes to give promotion to A, then B is dissatisfied, and also that is an issue. So seniority and also seniority issue. So, and job assignment and termination of services. Suppose you have to assign the job, that is also create some problem because he is unable to do the task because you are giving a big task. But you complete, suppose you instructed the employee to complete this task within a 1 week, then it is unable to complete the task because you are not allotting uh, the possible time uh, to complete the task, but you are giving some less time. But you force an employee, some force on employee to complete this task. So then after the termination of service, unnecessarily have to terminate the services of the employee. So these are the problems related to the employment. So these are all comes under grievance. So according to the Dale Yoder, he gives a definition to grievance. So a grievance is a written complaint filed by an employee and claiming unfair treatment. Suppose is there any unfair treatment, so not a good treatment. So he gives a written complaint. The employee is given a written complaint to the management. So are some grievance redressal cell. So then after that, Keith Davis. So he also defines, gives some definition. So it has any real or imagined feeling of personal injustice which an employee has concerning his employment relationship. Okay, so he clearly defines any real or imagined feeling of personal injustice. Suppose there is injustice. So imagined feeling of personal injustice which an employee has concerning his employment relationship. So in an employment relationship, he feels there is some injustice in the employment, then it is also leads to some uh, complaint, and he is also complained about this one. So this is a definition given by Keith Davis. And next, another important thing is in the grievance redressal management. So causes of grievance. So why the grievances are generally arises in the organization. So an employee is dissatisfied and labors a grievance when he feels there has been an infringement of his rights, that his interests have been jeopardized. Okay, so an employee is dissatisfied and laborers a grievance. Okay, so then employee is dissatisfied and also labor is also dissatisfied. So a grievance when he feels there has been infringement of his rights. Suppose he has some rights. So even the labor and also employee are having some rights by law. So according to the labor law, every employee and also labor having some rights and also some fundamental rights are there. So nobody is not uh, suppose uh, everybody respect the fundamental rights of the human being because everybody having some fundamental rights. So you don't disturb the rights of the employee. And also these are the fundamental rights which are provided by the constitution. And also some of the rights at workplace. These are taken from the labor law. So according to the suppose nationwide there is a labor law, and also in state we also some of the labor laws are there for the protection of the rights of the labor or employee. Then if any organization not following this labor laws, then ultimately through courts you have to fight and also you protect your rights. Okay, so the that is very important. Suppose if any organization is infringing, that means violating your rights, then ultimately you have to raise a grievance. So this sense of grievance generally arise out of misinterpretation or misapplication of company policies and practices. Okay, so the sense of grievance generally arises out of misinterpretation or misapplication. Okay, so some misinterpretation or misapplication of company policies and practices. Okay, so somebody is misinterpretations that they are wrongly understand, and also misapplication. They are misapplication of the policies and procedures of the uh, organization. Grievances mostly arise out of following reasons. Generally, the grievances are arises from the following reasons. First one is concerning wages demand for individual adjustment. Okay, so concerning wages demand for individual adjustment. Okay, so suppose wages are adjusted, and wages demand for individual adjustment. Suppose somebody is demanded, uh, they suppose he wants to uh, raise his wages, so he is not satisfied with the wage what he is getting, then he raise an issue. Okay, so I am not satisfied with this wage, then I have to increase my wage. Then he demands to increase my wage. So that is one of the issue and one of the grievance. And second one is the worker feels that he is not paid fully. So the worker feels what he done. Suppose according to his work, he is not getting the full salary or full amount. Okay, that is another grievance. And third one, complaints about incentives. Suppose the incentives are not giving in a standard manner. Suppose according to the company policy, what is the suppose is the suppose in employment, suppose in offer letter itself, then they are giving some incentive criteria. So when you are getting the incentive, so on which criteria you have to get the incentives, then they are giving complete details in the employment offer letter. So according to that agreement, what you have to already done, then you have to give the incentives which is already decided previously at the time of uh, job, suppose at the time of placement. So then automatically, suppose they are not giving the incentives in a proper manner, then automatically it leads to a complaint. That is also one of the issue. And then piece rates are too low or too complicated. Suppose the payment of a piece, that means for piece you have to give very low amount. Manufacturing, suppose the labor is manufacturing or producing pieces, but you have to pay very less amount. That is also an issue. And mistakes in calculating the wages of the worker. Suppose is there any mistakes while calculating the wages, then automatically it leads to a problem. Okay. Then problems related after that concerning to supervision. What are the problems are arised in general? So complaints against discipline. Suppose from the supervisor side, he raised a complaint on discipline of the employee or a labor. So suppose he is indisciplined person. So then he raises a complaint on the employee or the labor. And inadequate instructions given for job performance. So you are not giving clear instructions regarding the job performance. Inadequate instructions are given by supervisor or some manager. Then ultimately leads to confusion and also problem. Then third one, objections of having a particular foreman. The foreman playing favorite, the foreman ignores complaints. So somebody, suppose a foreman has don't give complaints on someone's, and they are giving some complaints on some persons. So suppose if he is not considering all the employees are equal. So he shows some partiality and favoritism. And also the foreman ignores complaints, and also the complaints raised by the employee for labor, then the complaints are ignored by the foreman. Then that is also problem. Then objections to the manner in which the general methods of supervision are used. So objections is also to the manner in which the general methods of supervision are used. So what are the general methods that are used for supervision? Then also in that methods also there is some objections. There are too many rules, regulations are not clearly posted. So suppose there are some too many rules for on the employees on labor, and also too many regulations are there, then automatically it leads to some dissatisfaction, some restrictions, some heavy restrictions on employee or labor. Then always they are feeling very stress and also some difficulty to do job. This is also related to it is also creates a problem. So these are the concerns relating to the supervision. And next one is general working conditions. So after that, problems related to the general working conditions. So under this, first one is unhygienic condition, working condition. Suppose every employee wants some hygienic conditions in the organization, but they are not providing the management, not providing the hygiene working conditions, then automatically it leads to a problem. So this is the problem related to the working condition. And second one is poor production standards. Suppose in production there is a very poor standards you have to maintain, then ultimately it is also a bigger problem. So because it leads to a defect products, then there is no use at all. So because nobody is anywhere, nobody is not ready to purchase the defect products. So then non-availability of tools, materials and equipment. Suppose for worker you have to provide all these basic requirements, tools and materials and equipments, but you are unable to provide it. It is also a problem for the labor or employee. So you have to provide all the requirements and fulfill all the requirements of the worker. So tools, and you have to make it as available, tools and materials and also equipments. Then only they are happily working. And after that, management policy. So according, depending upon the management policy, there is some problems are there. So wage rates and methods of wage payments. So you have to decide low wage rates and also methods of wage payments. So that is uh, not that is not satisfy the employee's perception. Then automatically it leads to a problem. So you have to decide the correct wage rates and also you have to pay the wages in time. So and you have to follow the method which is benefited to management, also employee, and also as well as employee, and I have to share the maximum benefit to the employee. Then only they felt very happy. Then second one, overtime and incentive payments. After that, second one is overtime and incentive payments. So for overtime, you have to pay the money on our basis, how many hours he is working overtime, and also incentives payment. Suppose he shows more performance rather than others, then you have to give the incentives. But you are not giving these incentives and also overtime benefits, then automatically it is also a complaint or a problem. Then promotion, transfer and seniority issues. So without any partiality, you have to give the promotions and also transfers, and also you give the priority to the seniority. Then ultimately it creates a good environment in the organization. So then because everybody is satisfied, so because you are not showing any partiality in the on the employees, so then ultimately you will be treated as a good person. Then lack of opportunities for career growth. So after that, for career growth, suppose you have to develop yourself, and next you want to get more salary, and also you want to status. Suppose you are getting high position. Suppose you want to go for next step. So that is career growth. So everybody likes this because everybody wants to develop in their career. So that's why always they are focused on the career growth, but there is a lack of opportunities. So this is also another problem. And the management policy is providing so the career development program. Suppose they are conducting career development, how to improve their skills and knowledge. So then the management should always try to promote and motivate the employees how to develop their careers and how to develop and how to develop their skills. Then next one is leave. So in leaves also there is a problem. So for leaves, you have to the management should provide a clear cut framework for the leaves. So how many leaves are available and casual leaves and medical leaves and some leaves. So according to the Labor Act, then you have to provide the leaves. So then you have to uh, leaves is very important thing. So unnecessarily nobody is not put the leaves. So only necessity is that then you have to go for leave. So but you are regularly takes the leaves, then ultimately it creates some indiscipline in the organization and also the work is incompleted. So these are the problems are there. And then next one is issues relating to employee conduct. And after that, the issues related to the employee conduct. Suppose is there any issues related to the conduct, employee conduct, then ultimately it is also leads to a problem. And next one is unhappy relations with the bosses. So the employee having some unhappy relations, so he is not happy with the relation with the employer boss, then that is also a problem. And then it also cause for grievance. Then how to handle the grievance? Okay, so how to handle the grievance? That means grievance redressal procedure. That means you have to you have to solve the grievances of the management. So that is grievance redressal procedure. So how you redress the grievances? So under this one, first one is grievance redressals procedures give an assurance to the employee about the existence of a mechanism for the prompt redressal of their grievance. Okay, so the employee always tries to uh, assurance to the employee about the existence of a mechanism for the prompt redressal of their grievance. So give an assurance to the employees. First, it gives some assurance to the employee. Then about the existence of a mechanism, and after that, there is some mechanism is there for the prompt redressal of their grievance. Okay, so for the prompt redressal of their grievance. Suppose everybody should think about the grievances are handling and also redressed in some such time frame. So then suppose on the spot you have to resolve the issue, then when the employees also remaining employees, suppose the employees also feels uh, the management is focus on my issue and also they are trying to resolve it, then is more loyal to the organization. Then steps of grievance handling procedure. So what are the steps involved in the grievance handling procedure? So first is one is informational approach, suppose informal approach. Then second one is a formal meeting with the employee. So you have to meet the employees, a formal meeting, and a grievance investigation. After that, you have to investigate why the grievance is coming, what is the problem, and then next one grievance outcome. So what is the outcome of the grievance? And next one is grievance appeal. So is there any problem in the grievance? Then you have to go for appeal. Then what are the references you have to use? And a reputation built on success. After that, reputation is built on success. So how to build our reputation and also it leads to some success. Okay, so these are the major 7 steps in the grievance handling procedure. Okay. So for this purpose, For grievance handling, so I am not mentioned here, so you have to know about this one also. So every organization must maintain some grievance redressal cell. Okay, so in that grievance redressal cell, I have to put some experienced persons, and also those are having some psychological issues, so some psychological knowledge, psychology knowledge. Then they are able to understand the problems, and also they are trying to resolve the problems. So you maintain some cool persons in the grievance redressal management, grievance redressal cell. So those who do not getting angry, and also those who are empathic, so they are easily understanding what is the feelings of the others. Then you have to select this type of people. Okay, so then that is uh, useful. So and uh, the company constitutes a committee, uh, and they are framing a committee with the experienced people, and also those who are having the good attitude and good personality, and also good knowledge and good experience, while uh, resolve the problems related to the problems of the employees and also labor. So that is important thing. So you have to frame the committee to resolve the grievances of the employees. So then the employee has some issue or complaint, then he is directly went to go to that grievance redressal cell or committee. Then he try to listen your problem. After that, he analyzes what is the problem and how to resolve this problem. Then the problem is solved by the grievance redressal cell. So then you felt very happy because your problem is resolved. Then your problem is resolved. Then you are working in a comfortable manner. Okay. So without suppose your grievance is not properly handled by the management. Suppose your grievance is not completely resolved by the management, then ultimately you are very much dissatisfied with your management. So because they are not resolve my issue totally, just they are only uh, focusing on temporary basis. Suppose they are completing that task in a temporary basis, same that is also one of the problem. Okay, so that's why the complaints are different. So in always uh, you have to concentrate issues related to the grievance. So how to solve the grievance in general manner also. So how to practice. Okay, so in that particular situation, how to resolve the problem. Okay, so how to resolve this issue. Suppose if you are taking an example of an olden story. So from olden story. So then two mothers are there for children. So both are went to some king in that area. Then he asks, both are said, this is my baby, and someone is said, this is my baby. So then after that, how to find out the how to find out the eligible one? Then automatically, mm, so they are giving some they are giving complaints to the grievance redressal cell. Then they are talk with the persons which are related to the problem. Suppose there is a problem in between the supervisor and the labor. Then he gives complaint on supervisor. Then he calls in both of them. Then he tries to resolve the issue, and also he inquire. He is getting all the information related to the problem. Then he is tactically handle that issue and go for compromise. Okay. So then automatically your grievance is resolved. Okay, so you are not pending uh, in the grievances. So each suppose you have to as fast suppose you have to resolve the issues of employee in a fast manner, then they are motivated and also they are try to give better performance rather than previous one. So because they are very much satisfied because the issue is closed, then he put some confidence on the management. So is there any problem related to me, then the management is ready to solve that issue, then he feel very comfortable and also secure in the job. Okay, so in this way, the grievance redressal cell always take the complaints from the employee and also they are trying to resolve that issues in a fast manner. Okay, so in this way, the grievance redressal cell plays a crucial role to resolve the grievances of the employee. So every organization must maintain this grievance redressal cell. Okay, so that is very very important. Okay, that's it. So tomorrow's class we are going to discuss about performance appraisal. Okay.